Hey guys, it's Scott here and welcome to Leicester Till I Die TV, the place for all things Leicester City. Hopefully you do enjoy this weekly roundup. If you do, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below. Subscribe if you are new and want to see more Leicester Till I Die videos. And if you want to see stuff from myself, I have a FIFA channel. My link will be in the description as well. But without further ado, let's just get into things, shall we? So, we're going to talk about the couple of things that have happened in the last week and what is upcoming in the next few days as well. So, first things first, the Europa League, right? We're doing okay, aren't we? Not bad. 2 wins from 2. And things are looking okay. Now, as this is being recorded, the next Europa League game is tonight against the big boys, Braga. That's going to be basically the battle to decide who gets top of the group. It's going to be between us and them, and it was always looking like that was going to be the case. But AEK, or Ike Athens, however it's pronounced, as well, are potentially going to battle, maybe, just somehow get enough points between themselves in order to trouble us if we did lose to Braga tonight. So we do need to try our best and put out the best team possible to try and get those 3 points. That would be absolutely huge. It would pretty much guarantee that we're through because the other two, Zoria and Ike, have 0 points, whereas we both have 6. So it would basically guarantee that we go through, and that would be amazing. Now, again, Braga are difficult. They're going to be much harder than AK and Zoria, although we've played okay in both of our games so far. Athens, I mean, it could have been a more difficult game for us. Obviously, it's not as if we're blasting teams 6-0 or anything like that, but we're holding our own in the competition and putting in some decent performances, scoring some decent goals, and looking like a team that is there to compete, get out that group and move on to the next round. Now, obviously tonight, again, maybe we'll be humbled a little bit by Braga. A team that is in these kind of competitions all the time and may well put us in our place. However, the way that we've played recently, the fact that we have played multiple different formations with different starting 11s because of all our injury problems and stuff like that, and because of the teams that we're coming up against, we're playing different styles of football and doing pretty well in doing so. So I am still excited and optimistic about tonight, even though maybe it's a little bit crazy to do so. I have faith in our players right now. Talking of that faith, we have to go over our last Premier League game as well, which was obviously Leeds. Now, Leeds was a dodgy one, really, because we should have been 1-0 down, and then 30 seconds later we're winning. And then we go 2 goals up. They have more chances that they should be burying. Bamford, luckily for us, had a very, very off night. Pablo Hernandez rattle in the bar pretty much summed up Leeds' day right there. And we then conceded. It was all so bizarre. We concede a cross, free kick, and then we go and smash some more goals in. Our third goal, by the way. The pass by Fuchs, the turn by Maddison, the through ball by Maddison, the take from Under, and then his little dink pass to Jamie, who then puts it in. What a goal. Under looking like a really, really solid player right now. His turn of pace is fantastic. And that's his weak foot that he's got 2 assists on in 2 games now to Vardy. And he's looking like a very solid signing. Obviously, he's on loan, and we have the option to buy at the end of the season, which I think basically everybody thought exactly the same thing. We're most likely going to buy him unless he somehow absolutely flops. We've basically given ourselves a year to pay for this thing. It's when you buy a car on finance, you're going to buy it in a year, but right now you don't want to pay that much. So we've got that option with Under, and so far he's looking fresh and very, very well-fitting with the team. Now, that's fantastic, because again, we're chopping and changing our team. Most games right now, we're not starting the same starting 11. So to have someone to either start or be able to come on as a sub and have that impact, that's exactly what we wanted. And so hopefully tonight we can continue what we did against Leeds in not exactly being completely and utterly dominant. which I don't think we will tonight because, again, Braga are decent. But when we have the opportunity to counter-attack and make the most of our chances, that's what we need to do. If we can be clinical tonight and in our next game as well, in the Premier League, that would be amazing. And I really, really think that that is what our team is all about right now. They have that confidence and that belief instilled in them. And we just need to take that and make it reality. And so far, we've been doing that well. I mean, currently, I'm going to very quickly check. I'm 99% sure, yeah, we are still second by 1 point in the Premier League. Obviously, we have won 5 of our 7 games, and we're doing pretty well. No one could complain about second after 7 games, could they? We actually have more points than we did in our title-winning season at this stage. Now, I don't think anyone at the start of this year was predicting us to do as well as we did last year, partially due to our injury problems, but also the fact that we're in more competitions this year with the Europa League, and we've actually done really well. We've won both of our games after our Europa League game in the Prem, which, when you saw our fixtures, were worrying. Arsenal, Leeds, Wolves. Now, maybe we won't beat Wolves, but if we can win 2 out of 3 of our games that are played at most 3 or 4 days after a Europa League game that we've also won, that's fantastic. Really, really good. And it just shows that our quality in depth is there. It's something that people went on about last season and at the start of this season, that our depth wasn't incredible. Now, obviously, it sucks to lose your starting 11 players, right? Having Ricky P, Castan, Suyunchu, Evans all ripped from your team, and Ndidi, it sucks. However, I was saying this last season, and I'll say it this season as well. Our strength in depth is underrated. Whilst we don't have world-class players in every position, depending on our opposition, because we now are flexible to play different formations, our depth is versatile. And that's a big thing. For example, someone like Fuchs can either play at left-back, or he's done okay as a left centre-back in a 5-back formation. Same with James Justin. He can play right centre-back, left-back, or right-back. And it's really, really good to have those kind of players there. Papi Mendy. There were rumours that he was leaving the club in the summer, but he stayed, and he's now a stalwart in our team. He's smashing it. He's one of the first names on the team sheet right now. So it's really these players taking their opportunities and just telling the manager, "Oi, this is why I'm here. Don't write me off. Okay, I'm part of this squad, whether you like it or not. I'm here." Now, Wolves, after the Europa League, Wolves are a bit of a bizarre team. Now, I've got their record here. In the Premier League, they are currently 4 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses in 7 games. They are in 6th place, and they are only 2 points behind us. Now, that's still good, right? That's still really, really good, especially with everything that's going on. Again, with injuries, with COVID and all of this stuff, it's tough, and it's been a hard start to the season. So they're not doing bad. They don't look like completely unbeatable, though. Definitely not. So I think we do have a decent chance, especially as we're really finding that form and confidence that we need this season. I think we could do Wolves. However, each week I'd be as realistic as possible so that I'm not really disappointed. Wolves, on their day, can be a fantastic team. And Neto and Podence right now are looking really good for them. If we can sort of halt those two creating chances, we'll do well. And it's as simple as that. Jimenez, whilst he's a great player, he thrives off chances created by others. He doesn't really create that much himself in terms of like the wingers then getting the goals. So he needs 1-2s to bounce off of and stuff like that. So we need to silence those forwards that are out wide. Obviously, when Adama comes on, that might be a bit of a trouble if we're playing Luke Thomas at left back or Justin or whatever. They're probably going to struggle, but still, we got to do our best and we got to see how well we can really show our quality against Wolves. I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to know your suggestions for team selections for both tonight against Braga and Wolves over this upcoming match week, and let me know your predictions. But that's going to be it for the weekly roundup. Hopefully you did enjoy it. We'll be back next week, hopefully after 2 more wins. That would be perfect. But I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.